Hello and welcome to this episode of the Ranting Atheist podcast. So today we continue our Bible study. We'll be reading Genesis chapter 4 to chapter 7. And what we came across was basically the Cain and Abel bullshit story. Then we started the Noah's Ark story, or rather Noah's Ark genocide story. That was a fucking genocide. Anyone who tries to say it's not, it's either you have suppressed your humanity or you're just busy sucking God's dick. But it is what it is. So if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing up on Apple, Spotify, Google, YouTube, and other places that podcasts are available. Then rate and review please on whatever platform you use. Then what else? Please share this podcast with your friends, either your atheist friends or a religious friend you are cool with who is curious about what's happening on the other side. So now let's go and have our atheist Bible study, reading Genesis chapter 4 to chapter 7. You're welcome.
Bible study has it begun?
No, it never started. We're about to start. That's when
We're just about to start.
You came right on time. So the Lord brought you sharp, no? The Lord really,
it's the doing of the Lord.
I'm telling you, not the small thing. So I'll read 4. Israel is taking 5. Enore will take 6. Blep will take 7. To them will give us reactions.
Correct. I'm good at that.
So as we are reading, if you have the urge to interrupt, you kind of time it, maybe give the person like 2-3 verses before you interject to kind of bring us back to what you kind of caught, because sometimes we the readers might not catch some things that just seem off in the particular scripture we are reading. So just to let everybody know, that's the way this will go, so that we'll talk about it for a few minutes, then we'll move on so that the next person like that. I'm trying to keep this within an hour. This will be a podcast episode in the coming weeks. So that's the way we are doing this now. So are we good? Sweet. You're welcome. You're welcome to church. Yeah.
Alpha, what's up?
Ushers would have led you to the front. You are late for today's service. So.
I've been there.
Some churches, they will say you should kneel down at the back, but we are not courteous here.
I will put my cash app in you can pay your offerings to me, and we'll use it to develop the ministry. The ministry
will grow.
So there, be like say, I will be shocked if I see say one day you don't open church.
Guy, I dey plan now. If I open church, oh God,
go open church last. I swear.
Oh my God. What's my head? As a that conscience just dey choke me, say fuck. Because if one was
so the unique day here too.
Unique. I don't know where unique
No,
stands.
Toti knows what I'm talking about.
Unique. Unique now crystals and all those things she did all those.
Everybody they are welcome
is
to listen to our foolishness reading the Bible. You're welcome. Yeah. I bind you in the name of Jesus. The Holy Spirit is already moving through me. The coast. Okay, shall we begin? So Sweet, give us reactions too. We don't share ourselves already. So that's the way to go.
So okay.
We don't share ourselves. Except if anybody get network glitch. In fact, even also myself no get network glitch. So just take over till we fix our network. Say this is Nigeria. Yeah. So all right. We shall be reading Genesis chapter 4. The title, Cain and Abel. Verse 1. Now Adam had sexual relations with his wife, Eve, and she became pregnant Wait. I have a feeling that this is a break in China. I feel like this particular statement. I don't know if there's a Bible translation that will say an Adam and Eve fucked. I don't know. Who knows? But
I don't think they can ever be that guy.
like this is quite explicit for the
You all
Bible.
can't touch us. You cannot be
this is quite explicit for the Bible, but we'll move, Sha. But we'll move. All right. When she
The
gave
message
birth,
says Adam slept with his wife.
message is the message fuck up. How the message could just talk slept? That's too censored, man. That's
But they're
censored.
supposed to do
Like,
that kind of version, like when we see everything we don't stay in one kind.
and especially all those parts where and something new down one, and
And
they
he
know themselves. They
knew
know
her.
themselves. Nah, he knew her from the back, from the front,
He
on the
knew her
table,
over
on the
and over
floor.
again.
They know
We just
everything.
people right dog.
That one,
My
Chef, that one.
favorite part, my favorite part about this story is that Eve is Adam's clone.
That's true.
Not
That's
that
true.
angle.
We did see that angle when the rib movement. That's true. That's true. Oh boy, that's
That's actually
true.
very true.
So if these people make a
Wait,
child
I
together,
didn't hear you.
Eve
I say
is Adam's clone. Based on chapter, is it chapter 3 or chapter 2 that we read last week?
True, actually.
It's from the rib, and she was developed and grown in the incubation chamber or whatever chamber of Yahweh.
But when I suffer, they talk this thing because some people go talk say Bible predicted DNA and all these things now.
Oh boy, we are giving them free apologetics. Okay. No wahala.
but it's
No
dangerous
wahala.
to
God,
sleep. It's dangerous to sleep with even your sister, or not to talk about your clone that is exactly your twin.
no variation. That
No
is
variation.
that's high level incest. Like that's some what is worse than incest? Like that's some crazy ass incest. Obina, are you one of us? We don't want to no gbasgbos here, so that's why we are not allowing anybody on the other side of the aisle. Are you one of us? Please answer. Are you one of us? Simple now.
Are you a Christian? Okay.
You're agnostic, then you're welcome. That's all. We don't want gbasgbos here. This is echo chamber, as they call it. If not, we will sleep here. So you're welcome, Obina.
Yeah, what's up?
All right. So we are reading. So everybody, silence in the church. All right, reading on. When she gave birth to Cain, she said, "With the Lord's help, I have produced a man." Later, she gave birth to his brother named him Abel. When they grew up, Abel became a shepherd, while Cain cultivated the ground. When it was time for the harvest, Cain presented some of his crops as a gift to the Lord. Abel also brought a gift, the best portions of the firstborn lambs from his flock. The Lord accepted Abel and his gift, but the Lord did not accept Cain and his gift. This made Cain very angry, and he looked dejected. Yeah, this is big grammar. All right.
But wait,
Can I
though.
ask a question about that verse?
Sure.
So, something that I've always been confused about that verse specifically is the wording that is used is open to so much interpretation that I don't really understand why Cain's was not accepted. Because some people were like, oh yeah, Abel gave his best offering and Cain did not. And I still have to ask, where did it say that?
Yeah, that was exactly the question I was going to ask as well.
Well, what did the message say? Who's with the message? Let's see whether that message will give us inspiration. Who has the message? Sweet, are you the message? Where is it? Okay, let me look for the message. Time passed. Cain brought an offering to God from the produce of his farm. Abel brought an offering, but from the firstborn animals of his herds, choice cuts of meat. God liked Abel and his offering, but God did not.
Where are you reading that from?
The message. I'm just trying to see if that will give us another angle.
It's another translation.
Another translation, the message.
It's not really, it's not opening anything new.
It's not, I think what is kind of giving like, okay, Cain gave God the basic, just gave him basic crops, like mundane, normal, nothing special. But Abel went to carry all the fat motherfucking lambs. You understand? Like,
I think in modern day times, what Cain did is to give Tietia 1,000 naira note. God didn't approve.
100 naira.
So my issue with that verse, and this is my biggest issue with most of the Bible, is that there are too many things far too wide and open for interpretation.
Exactly.
That I have to ask again, if it still technically does not say that Cain brought terrible crops to him.
And that's why it's not terrible, but Abel's own was better. That's they had to specify the best portions of the firstborn from his flock. You understand? Even Eugene says a choice cut of meats. You know, like maybe it's thick as lambs, man. With lambs with fathers, man. You know?
So even among a goat family, there's social hierarchy, like firstborn, secondborn.
You know, say this is the Bible and firstborn bullshit now. You know, firstborn son, firstborn. There's just so much drama around all the firstborn nonsense. So
that would disturb me. Firstborn,
so unnecessary pressure to even lambs. Lambs are the first wahala for firstborn. Wahala for
That's why in
firstborn.
church they do prayer for firstborn.
So Obina, I get your point. Like the Bible, that is why there are so many denominations. The Bible is a confusing piece of shit book, man. That is why one other person will come and see that Cain brought nonsense, because that's exactly what I was taught, that Cain brought rotten fruit. So that's how they even taught it to me, rotten fruit. But reading the Bible now is just looking like he just brought the normal fruit, like nothing special fruits, just the basic. It wasn't bad, but it's good enough, but not the best of the best. That's the kind of what I'm getting out from there. Somebody else will see something else.
So the lesson is that we're supposed to bring our best fruits to God.
Exactly. So put your hand inside the pockets and bring out your best offering. You know how they're talking for church now. If you are planning to bring 500, bring out 1,000. You know, they always tell. So you need to.
Another way to think about it is that at that time, right? What was best? If God had just very recently created the earth and He made everything and it was good, who was determining what is best and what is not best?
God, no.
You understand? So, like, if Cain brought whatever crop and whatnot, why did God deem this specific crop not?
You know, Abel is like the expert in animals, so he knows what was best. I know God is a mind reader. God must have.
No, I'm going back to. I know many of us were. I know many of us were raised on my book of Bible stories, and I'm trying to remember where some of those things came from.
Drawings.
So I pulled up. Yeah, I pulled up the online version, and it says it's not just that Abel's gift is better than Cain's. It's because Abel is a good man. He loves Jehovah and his brother, but Cain is bad. He does not love his brother.
Wow. Hey, propaganda. Jehovah Witness propaganda. Why not?
Sorry, I want to speak on that a bit. So the thing with my book of Bible stories is that they always tend to add flavor to some books in the series. So for example, you know that the Bible never says there were 3 wise men. I'm pretty sure if you check the book of Bible stories, it will tell you there were 3 wise men. That's just like some changes the team will make.
That's Jehovah Witness for you now. They have their own version now. Is it New World Translation or something?
Guys. Hey. How's everyone doing? Charlie, before you open this room, I was just suffering the other room. It's a bunch of they were annoying me to death.
Okay, go Larry.
No. I'm just ranting. Like
okay. What I'm
no, speak, Larry. Speak, because I was in the other room too.
Oh, you were in that room with me?
Yeah, I was. I was in the audience, but go ahead. What is it?
Yes, she was annoyed. Like, the woman was annoying me to death. You know, she started telling me about, like, oh, do you know where Nigeria comes from? And it's like, everybody that's from Nigeria knows where the word Nigeria comes from. You're not smart.
Is it ADOS people or
ADOS people? She's Liberian. And it's like some basic knowledge about the word Nigeria. And it's like,
see, they try you. Me, I never even stress myself with those people.
Guy, it was so stupid.
Is all those what's their name? Tariq people now. Tariq FBA.
Everything.
So,
You will be saying
foundational.
So I don't bother. I'm gonna forget them. May we progress.
Let's continue our stuff.
Maybe chill. Enore, you were saying Abi was supposed to talk again.
Yeah, waiting let me talk now. So, like when this Yoruba witness become preach, like they used to be very, very calm and like this kind of especially all of them go dey calm. But when I come to hear the way like they treat their children, like if you want to live that like Yoruba witness or more.
Bro, it's all part of the person.
Guy.
And now that's cult move now. Is they are a cult. It's just that it's not they package themselves well. They teach them that behavioral modification and they are so nice and all that. But it is what it is. Let's read on. Let's read on before we still have how many verses here? 26. Okay, I'm just on 6. Oh yeah. All right. Why are you so angry? The Lord asked Cain. Why do you look so dejected? You will be accepted if you do what is right. But if you refuse to do what is right, then watch out. Sin is crouching at the door, eager to control you. But you must subdue it and be its masters. Holy shit, I've never seen this before. Hey. One day, Cain suggested to his brother, let's go out into the fields. And while they were in the field, Cain attacked his brother and killed him. Okay. First murder down. Afterward, the Lord asked Cain, where is your brother? Where is Abel? I don't know. Cain responded, am I my brother's guardian? Okay, am I my brother's keeper? Oh, okay, this whole shit. But wait, is it that God is playing games here? He knows what happened now.
Wait, like Cain killed Abel for no reason. Yeah,
no, because of jealousy now.
Yes.
He offering paro.
Yeah.
But all this one that God is asking, where is Cain? Like Cain doesn't know. Anyway, God likes to
do. Also ask where is Adam or
Adam, where are you? All those kind of mind games.
Look for Adam and you. Boy, they omnipresent.
Yes. Ultimate search. All right. What have you done? Listen, your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground. And you're asking where is it Cain? Okay. Now you are crushed and banished from the ground, which has swallowed your brother's blood. No longer will the ground yield good crops for you, no matter how hard you work. So now double cut.
I think because I notice in the Bible there's a lot of instances like that where God is all knowing and all seeing, and he's technically not supposed to ask these questions. I wonder if it's written in a way that, and this is just me, maybe I'm putting too much thought into this. Sorry, what'd you say?
Is what?
Is this written this way because are they trying to cast God into the light where he wants humans to walk through what exactly it is they're doing and why they've done it?
I don't know, jump question. Because
there's really no reason for him to be asking. It's just
I feel it's dramatization. I feel it's just to give some dramatic Adam, where are you? Where is Abel? Where is your brother? It's just dramatic, some Shakespearean nonsense kind of dramatic effect. That's the way I see it. So it's literature. The writers were trying to give some drama, to keep the reader interested. Maybe they didn't even know that people will be gathering every Sunday to be reading their bullshit literature, but it is what it is. So where was I?
For me, I think that part is a sign of how much Christianity has changed since then till now. Because these were the Jews, and at that time, their gods were more human. You know how like the gods of Egypt used to work.
The gods of the Romans,
yeah. Maybe God's omniscience is something recent in the religious story.
Just like hellfire, they just did some tweaking to the theology. That's true.
Exactly.
That's true. All right. Yeah. So no longer will the ground yield crops for you, no matter how hard you work. From now on, you will be a homeless wanderer on earth. Cain replied to the Lord, my punishment is too great for me to bear. You have banished me from the land and from your presence. You have made me a homeless wanderer. Anyone who finds me will kill me. Wait to see now. Can you see? You see? You can see. Who wants to find you? Are you not the only? This Bible writers no get sense. As your fucking idiots. Like these people on the earth that we know of are his brother who he has killed, and his father and mother. So what the fuck? Who wants to kill you? From where?
We're not only in the banish person they go.
It didn't bust my head. This part really kills me. Like, who wants to come and kill you?
Some people say there are other people living in other places.
They never born them now. They never born the other children.
Yeah, give birth to them. They have other children as well.
Then we have not gotten there now. We never born. They never born Seth now. Seth never show. Seth never show now. So it's only Adam and Eve. So I said he's afraid that his parents will kill him. Maybe. Anyway, maybe. In Papa Fever say, how dare you kill my son? So kill another son. Bible writers, no guess, and if you write down, but the Holy Spirit help them to have to be less stupid. But we move. The Lord replied, no, for I will give a sevenfold punishment to anyone who kills you. Yeah? Then the Lord put a mark on Cain to warn everyone who might try to kill him. So Cain left the Lord's presence and settled in the land of Nod, east of Eden. Who named the land Nod? Maybe nobody only on a day this place.
So God wants us to forgive people, but the guy know they forgive.
See, leave God matter. See, if God forgave, Jesus would have never been brought. So leave.
Wait,
God can do all things.
What forgiveness is this for when he killed Abel, right?
No. For killing his brother. Yeah.
I think that's one of the cardinal sins or something. That's why that's normally not forgiven.
And the part where he said, left God's presence, and I find this a lot. If God is omnipresent, can you truly leave God's presence?
You see? So it's obvious the omnipresence theology was added on later. They didn't think ahead. It wasn't part of this initial build-up.
That's why
and that's why there's a lot of debates about it.
So, all right.
Now mystery.
You see now, history. Okay. Now let's go to the next verse because this is another place that is scratching my head. This the descendants of Cain. Cain had sexual relations with his wife and she became pregnant and gave birth. Wait, who the fuck is this? Who is the wife from where? Who the fuck? From where? Like,
wait, guys, Ranting, give me a sec here. Ranting, give me a sec. Actually, there's this debate that goes on in like religious circles, right? Which is that the first Genesis 1 was that God created other people, right? Then in Genesis 2, they created his Garden of Eden, then created Adam and Eve. Or it's like chapter 1 is summary, and like chapter 2, like, and there was this guy called Adam. He was the first of the men.
Oh, because, so the man and woman in chapter 1 is those ones, their life is going on. So it's probably them, it's probably the descendants that Cain went to impregnate and marry, Abi. That's some bullshit apologetics in order to escape the incest. Do you understand? It's to escape that incest.
Yeah, but like even that it not calls the question that if there were other human beings and Adam and Eve ate the apple and were damned, why is that humanity is damned if there were other people that didn't do anything? And also like maybe the other people and the whatever this word is. Actually, no, because there are 12 classifications of human beings, right? We all came from the same species of monkeys, right? So 12 classifications, and only Homo
Wait.
sapiens were the ones that were able to survive so long.
Please, are you
So,
splicing?
yeah.
Are you splicing evolution with these people already?
Yes.
Sorry, before you splice evolution with the Bible, I hope you know that Genesis 1 and Genesis 2 were written at separate times in
Yes.
history. That's
Of
why,
course.
like, you have
They
Adam and Eve
contradict
in one.
each other.
They are not the same writers. It's obvious.
Yeah, it's not
Wait,
this.
not true, sir. There's a contradiction.
It's obvious. So let's
Also, it's kind of convenient how the name of Cain's wife was never mentioned.
Now, you know, the Bible doesn't give a fuck about women.
Wait, but
Just
in the Quran,
produce babies for us.
In the Quran, do they name the wife? Like, who here is a former Muslim or Muslim?
We know our resident ex-Muslim is absent.
Think of, I don't know, maybe think of it like, you know how Jesus Christ had siblings, but we don't know any of them.
Yeah.
Also, can you imagine being the sibling of Jesus Christ? How do you follow through?
Now Tony Stark may have had a brother, but they might not give a fuck about him.
Did Jesus' siblings ever believe in him to be the, you know?
How do you follow through as Jesus as your sibling? I mean, he turned water to wine. What do you bring forward after that?
Jesus had to be the most rebellious teenager in history.
No, we ex-Catholics.
When was John the Beloved not Jesus Christ's brother?
We ex-Catholics don't believe Jesus had any
He wasn't?
No, he was another.
Oh yeah, everybody, hold on. We are going off a tangent. Let's focus. Then Cain founded a city which he named Enoch. Huh?
Ranting, we seen the verse. I think maybe I don't.
17. We are 17 now. Wait, did he name a city Enoch, or is that all worrying me? Hey. Then Cain founded a city which he named Enoch. Oh, after his son. Okay. Enoch had a son named Irad. Irad became the father of Mahujahel. Hey, well, each factor.
Well, all these generation names.
We don't start. This is if it's already KJ, this is begat season. This is begat, but this NLT is making it hard for us now. Okay. Mahujahel, what the fuck, man? Became the father of Methushahel. Methushahel became the father. No, I was about to say that too. Became the father of Lamech. Lamech married two women. Oh, you honey bastard. The first was named Ada. Okay, Ada. And the second was Zillah. Ada gave birth to Jabal, who was the first of those who raised livestock and live in tents. His brother was named Jubal, the first of all who played the harp and flute. Okay, music has been invented. Lamech's other wife Zillah gave birth to a son named Tubal-Cain. Okay. He became an expert in forging tools of bronze and iron. So thank you for letting us know that's the Bronze Age. This is the Bronze Age. Tubal-Cain had a sister named Nama. One day, Lamech said to his wives, Ada and Zillah, hear my voice, listen to me, you wives of Lamech. Hey? Now, I have killed a man who attacked me, a young man who wounded me. If someone who kills Cain is punished 7 times, then the one who kills me will be punished 77 times. The fuck? Please, what the fuck is this? Anyway,
Actually, what's that Lilith girl? I want to say this is her people, maybe.
Ooh.
Lilith, no. I said this is maybe her people that were doing all this.
Okay, the people that attacked. Okay. That's angle. Nice one. That's nice angle. Okay. We are under the birth of Seth. So you see now, Seth just arrive. All of now they want talk say brothers. The Seth does the show. So I don't they jump gun.
You know how many generations don't pass.
Abi, you see, imagine Cain not born, don't get great grandchildren. Seth just the show. Okay. And Adam had sexual relations with his wife again. So are you telling me he never knocked since? He never fucked? La. Okay. And she gave birth to another son. She named him Seth. For she said, God has granted me another son in place of Abel. whom Cain killed. Is that the meaning of Seth? So, okay, if I see Seth or this app again, this is what I'll be calling. God has granted me another son in place of Abel who Cain killed. That's the meaning of Seth. All right. When Seth grew up, he had a son and named him Enosh. At the time, people first began to worship the Lord by name. Okay, who gives a fuck about that? But we'll move. All right, verse chapter 5. Who's next? Well, chapter 5. Israel don't go. Please, Sweet. Or
I'm here.
Dion, Hillary, or
Can you hear me?
Easy, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay. Sorry. Let me open the distance. I'm coming. Okay. The descendants of Adam. This is the written account of the descendants of Adam. No shit. When God created human beings, he made them to be like himself. He created them male and female, and he blessed them and called them human. When Adam was 130 years old, he became the father of a son who was just like him in his very image. He named his son Seth. After the birth of Seth, Adam lived another 800 years. Wow. And he had other sons and daughters.
Wait. You know this all these big numbers now. Some people are there's usually theories of possibly translation, maybe the zeros were added on, or you know the Gregorian calendar that we are using now is not what was used then when this whoever so they might be counting years faster. You understand? So maybe Adam is just 30 years old and is now 800. According to their own mode of counting. How many moon rises have been sunset?
But there's a difference now. Like from 130 years old, they can like reach to 800 years.
Maybe, what they were calling years, the way they count their own years might be different. So I feel maybe that's why all these numbers are big. So maybe by the time,
like the way you have dog years and human years.
But in the future they say God shortened everybody's life to 120. But okay, anyway, I'm just thinking. So
I think the most interesting verse for me is when it said God created human beings like himself. He created them male and female. Now I'm just wondering, like, which one is it? Is it male or female?
All right. Yeah, it's repeating. This person is repeating chapter 1 rhetoric. All right, please continue.
Adam lived 130 years and then he died. When Seth was 105 years old, he became the father of Enosh. After the birth of Enosh, Seth lived another 807 years. Wow. And he had other sons and daughters. Seth lived 912 years and then he died. When Enosh was 90 years old, he became the father of Canaan. After the birth of Canaan, Enosh lived another 815 years and he had other sons and daughters. These other children, don't they have names? Like, why are they telling us they had other sons and daughters?
They know them up.
Their existence does not affect the plot, so that's why. the names that have been mentioned are possible characters that will affect the plot of the Bible cinematic universe. So yeah.
When Canaan was 17,
everybody else dies during Noah's flood, if you remember.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So all of them aren't doing anything.
Yeah. All right, please carry on.
When Canaan was 70 years old, he became the father of Mahalalel. After the birth of Mahalalel, Canaan lived another 840 years, and he had other sons and daughters. Canaan lived 910 years, and then he died. When Mahalalel was 65 years old, he became the father of Jared. After the birth of Jared, Mahalalel lived another 830 years, and he had other sons and daughters. Mahalalel lived 895 years, and then he died. When Jared was 162 years old, he became the father of Enoch. After the birth of Enoch, Jared lived another 800 years, and he had other sons and daughters. Jared lived 962 years, and then he died. When Enoch was 65 years old, he became the father of Methuselah. After the birth of Methuselah, Enoch lived in close fellowship with God for another 300 years, and he had other sons and daughters. Enoch lived 365 years, walking in close fellowship with God. Then one day he disappeared because God took him. Wait.
You know this particular verse. You know the picture that
hold on.
Elijah. Moses, no, that Moses was not that movie now. This Noah's movie, the Russell Crowe. That's what they're doing.
Oh yeah. I've not watched that one.
Enoch carry sword, be like a badass. Almost if the power we Enoch gets fire. Fire. So Enoch did not die.
How do you take no say Enoch no just lost for bush?
Yeah. The Holy Spirit did not tell them that.
That's more likely, if I'm being honest. Because it just says that one day he disappeared because God took him. How did they know God took him? Did God tell them?
Did you did there? All right.
When Methuselah was 187 years old, he became the father of Lamech. After the birth of Lamech, Methuselah lived another 782 years, and he had other sons and daughters. Methuselah lived 969 years, and then he died. Many small for live like for 1 century.
OG, Baba. That OG be down. It makes small for 1,000. The guy fuck up. Why do you 1,000?
I swear. Many small. For just be centurion. When Lamech was 182 years old, he became the father of his son. Lamech named his son Noah. Oh, now here he entered.
You see where they are going.
May he bring us relief. Lamech named his son Noah, for he said, "May he bring us relief from our work and the painful labor of farming this ground that the Lord has caused."
Man, this interpretation of names are too fucking long, man. What the fuck? I can't even remember the one of Seth now. They have already brought Noah interpretation again. Like, as the fucking.
Now, what letters did this name?
I tell you,
this area is just only about descendants and all that stuff. It's like very redundant to even read it.
No, this is the begat according to James.
Yeah, it's like there's no point in actually reading this part. I feel like we should skip it.
No,
I'm already done, Seth, because this is the last one.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Hi, Esther.
Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi, Esther. You're welcome. Welcome to church.
That's right.
All of us come to get Bible names.
Please,
did you guys
please sit at the back.
Satan loves you.
Did you pray before you start?
Of course.
We forgot to pray, but
okay, you're not praying.
We forgot to pray, but God understand.
Jesus started with prayer.
And ended. My sister, you know about this.
Oh, PTSD songs, man.
Nah, you are supposed to lead our prayer session. But you know the.
You go join us one. Maybe you go join us one day, Sha. Anyway, Israel, finish.
After the birth of Noah, Lamech lived another 595 years, and he had other sons and daughters. Lamech lived 777 years, and then he died. Interesting number. After Noah was 500 years old, he became the father of Shem, Ham, and Japheth. How you go name your picking hamburger?
No, Ham was named after Ham. The burger was named after. This is the owner. Yeah, they are. Ham. You know Ham. Ham is usually in the middle of born. So Shem is the Shem is the firstborn. Japheth is the lastborn. Ham is in the middle.
Hold on,
guy concept.
Is it?
Don't leave me.
Who eats burger with ham inside?
Sorry, Hillary, what were you asking?
I'm saying who is eating a burger with ham inside? It's not beef.
Hamburger.
You know the Mormon church. They believe that our dark skin was a curse. A curse.
Exactly.
From, I think it was Ham. The curse of, is it Ham? Or
no, I thought it said.
Ham,
yes. I thought it said it was.
He's a descendant of Cain.
Yeah, I thought it was a mark of Cain. That's why we are black.
No, is it? I think it's Ham now.
It was.
Is it Ham? Wait, is it Ham?
Yeah.
Wait. Which one?
You know, Ham
is a child of Noah.
Ham is the one that looked at Noah naked when he was on Shiloh.
Yeah. It's Ham. It's Ham.
So it was
Yeah,
that
he left
Ham.
to the south.
So we black people we are descendants of Ham. So maybe that's why.
So
I
where did Asian people now come from? I say, where did Asian people now come from?
Okay. Actually, let me explain. So Asian people, see, when that Noah thing happened, okay, some people didn't die, all right? They were just dipped into the ocean. So that sand, not entering their skin, that made them yellow.
Now Atlantis, they talk of Abi waiting.
Oh, don't fucking kill me, man. I bet who's next? Who's next? Blep. Is it
Chapter
Blep?
6. Who is I think it's Enori. It's Enori City.
Enori. Okay, Zenori. Okay.
After Enori, then Blep.
Word of the Lord here. Then the people began to multiply on the earth, and the daughters were born to them. The sons of God saw the beautiful women and took any they wanted as wives. Wait, who are the sons of God?
Man,
Was Jesus one of them?
We don't even.
Actually,
he's referring to them Lucifer and Paul.
Yeah, most people think it refers to the angels.
I think it just means sons of God. So, like the same people
In chapter 4, it says Nephilim.
in chapter 1.
So it's, I think it's angels.
No. Those ones are
verse 4.
No, they are the. No, ma'am, don't jump. Those ones are later.
Oh, because
These sons of God, we don't know them. They came from nowhere.
Yeah, because like Solomon also.
Will it be the fallen angels? I think maybe after Lucifer don't fight. These are the fallen angels.
But they won't call them sons of God now. There's no like actual statement of fallen angels in the Bible. So even Solomon, right? King Solomon is a son of God. So is David.
Yeah.
So it's like I think it depends on context. Like it could be that they are celestial beings.
Continue reading. Let's see the context.
I was gonna say, if God said, "Train up your child the way he should go, and he will not depart," then He didn't train His sons well. But anyway, we move.
We get it.
The first useless father.
Your head did there.
Then the Lord, verse 3. Then the Lord said, "My spirit will not put up with humans for such a long time, for they are only mortal flesh. In the future, their normal lifespan will be no more than 120 years old." And I did look that up, and there is someone named Jean Calment of France that lived to be 122 a few years ago. And then verse 4, in those days, for some time after, giant Nephilites lived on the earth, for whenever the sons of God had intercourse with women, they gave birth to children who became the heroes and famous warriors of ancient times.
Wait, can you see these people are trying to steal? They are trying to steal from Zeus and co. This is Zeus stealing human beings and giving birth to Hercules and Prometheus and all those kind of.
Verse 5. The Lord observed the extent of human wickedness on the earth, and He said that everything they thought or imagined was consistently and totally evil. So the Lord was sorry He had ever made them and put them on the earth. It broke His heart. Aww. And the Lord
I get the press reset button.
Oh, poor God.
But why God would they get emotional?
So
why God heart could they break? What heart?
He's omniscient.
Omnipotent.
That's
Everybody good. Even Yahweh self try breakfast. Okay. Now everybody good. Okay.
Who break God heart, Bele?
Project gone wrong.
Please, can I ask a question before you go on?
Okay.
Yeah.
That word, is it omniscience or omniscient? Please, which one is it?
Omniscient. It's omniscient. It's actually pronounced omniscient.
Omniscient God.
Science for
Omniscient. Omniscient God. You know, see, I think
Someone said we're the ones that broke God's heart.
Please, let me see.
So his heart can be.
You know, it's true, sure, because when they gave birth to me, they looked at me and said, this guy is going to break hearts. So yeah, I agree.
Not you blowing your own horn. Making no vex.
Omniscient.
Omniscient. Oh yeah, please, Nore. Enore?
Yeah? What is
Oh,
it?
yeah.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, please carry on. Please carry on.
Enori or Hillary?
I said,
Oh,
No, not Hillary.
okay.
Enore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Verse
Verse 7.
7.
Verse 7. And the Lord said, I will wipe this human race I have created from the face of the earth. Yes, and I
Oh.
will destroy every living thing. All the people, the large animals, the small animals that scurry along the ground, and even the birds of the sky. I am sorry I ever made them. But Noah
Wait,
found
oh, wait,
favor with
wait.
the Lord.
Sorry. I beg
I
you.
hear while I
Did white people read this part? Because you just said God kill puppies, so you know white people are dogs now.
That's what the
Something-
breakfast spin up now.
See, another angle here. If you notice, he killed people, large animals, small animals that scurry along the ground, even birds. But fishes are not there. So, it's possible that fishes survived, then they came back to the land, they became the first lander, then evolution now started,
Again,
You can see, you see how evolution and the Bible works, you know what I'm saying? No, the fishes were not killed in the flood,
But
no?
what I
You
want to
can
know
see
is that how did he kill all the animals, including the birds? But now still bird come.
water filled it up to the sky, up to the brim.
But what showed him
then
that
what was,
the land is
how
dry?
was the ship okay then? How was the ark okay if it covered
The-
it to the brim?
And
God
the
works
arc
in
was
mysterious
is
ways.
mysterious. You understand?
The birds
There was
got tired. So when
electromagnetic
they need to land,
protection.
they'll land inside water and
But he
drown.
said that
That's
it
what will
was
happen.
raining
Yeah, the
Eh,
rain
Maybe the
was
rain,
shooting the birds
the
down.
rain heavy.
And the rain they shoot them down.
like lightning
Only the
bolts
cat
and
and
fishes,
just
dogs.
hitting all the birds.
the fishes survive. So you understand? Fishes survive. So that's why
Which
evolution is
kind of
real.
fish? Freshwater or saltwater?
Okay, fishes, please don't cause headache. Fishes survive.
wait, but
So
Evolution is
okay,
true
what about
according to the
like
Bible.
animals like
there are
dogs,
millions
right?
of years now.
What about
Eh,
dogs?
Hillary,
Yeah.
what do you
So
say?
what about animals like birds like ducks and chickens and all the stuff like that?
Those one they don't die now.
That's
They're
what
on the
I'm saying.
ground
He
now.
killed, he
Don't
But they
killed
take
can
it.
like float in
puppies.
the water.
They don't die now. They are part of the animals that scurry along the ground. Those ones don't die
Okay, what
inside
about
now.
hippopotamuses? Yeah, they can swim underwater and they can
Eh,
be just fine.
they
Hillary,
were the
you know what your
hippopotamus that
problem
were
is?
the hippopotamus that were on the ground when water was coming, they don't die. Those that were in the water were safe. So
Hillary, you know what your problem is?
I have a very
Now they
serious
use logic
question.
for this thing. Now that's what you people's problem
I
is.
have
Now
Say
a
they use
God
logic
very,
kill all
for
the
this.
I
mosquitoes
have a
and
very
everything.
serious question.
Now the
okay,
problem.
Man,
everybody,
we
hold
had two
on. There's a
mosquitoes in the
question.
ark.
I have a very serious question. Okay. So we're told that God regretted making humans, right? Hence
Mm-hmm.
why he had to flood the earth, right? That scripture does not say he regretted making the animals. Now, don't forget,
Exactly.
when he created the animals, he did not test the animals. He created the animals before he made Adam and Eve.
Man,
So
yeah.
after making animals, those ones went scot-free. But the moment he created Adam and Eve, straight away he just devised this plan that no, I need to try and get these two somehow. So the two end up falling, right? But then what did the animals do
Collateral
to deserve that
damage.
kind of punishment when the animals were not the ones that committed this offense? So now God has to ask them to divide these animals two by two. So my question is, what did the animals do? Why did
See,
they need to die
one thing that you
alongside
need to know
God that
about that
did?
Well,
once they don't vex, now everybody go collect.
everybody go collect.
But
God don't vex,
Zia,
everybody collect.
Ziatali said that the animals were walking around naked. That's why God killed them.
But
I
the
have a
animals are
serious,
always
I have a
naked
serious
now.
answer.
Animals are
I
always
have a
naked
serious
now.
answer.
Okay,
Okay,
I
who
want
is
to ask
that?
a
Serious
question
answer.
here.
Wait,
I
I
remember
have a
hold
serious
Francis
on.
said,
answer to your
Hillary,
serious
Hillary,
question.
Hillary, sorry, hold on. Bleb. Oh yeah, quickly, serious answer.
Yeah.
Let's hear.
So, Esther, have you ever been in a breakup before?
Yeah.
So you know that pain, but that vex. That was the got out at that moment.
That's to counter everywhere.
So basically, God chop breakfast. You just confirmed it. All right. So Hillary, please go, so that we'll continue reading. Hillary. Okay, she's not there. Oh yeah. Who was reading again?
Sorry. I was trying to find the app. I couldn't find it.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember, wasn't it last time we had this thing? And
Yeah.
Ranting said that what you call it, Adam was having sex with animals, right?
And
So
we're theorizing.
theorize. Okay, fine. I want to know, like, were people, were people fucking animals back then? Because like people are staying like 100 and something years, right, without having sex. So who are they fucking then?
Yeah. That's a story for another day.
We will leave it to God. I beg, no continue.
Hello, please continue. I think verse 9.
The story of Noah. This is the account of Noah and his family. Noah was a righteous man, the only blameless person living on earth at the time, and he walked in close fellowship with God. Noah was the father of 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Now God saw that the earth had become corrupt and was filled with violence. God observed all this corruption in the world, for everyone on earth was corrupt. So God said to Noah, I have decided to destroy all living creatures, for they have filled the earth with violence. Yes, I will wipe them all out along the earth. Build a large boat from cypress wood and waterproof it with tar inside and out. Then construct decks and stalls throughout its interior. Make the boat 450 feet long, 75 feet wide, and 45 feet high. Leave an 18-inch opening below the roof all the way around the boat. Put the door on the inside and build 3 decks inside the boat, low, middle, and upper. 17. Look, I'm about to cover the earth with a flood that will destroy every living thing that breathes. Everything on earth will die, but I will confirm my covenant with you. So enter the boat, you and your wife and your sons and their wives. Bring a pair of every kind of animal, a male and a female, into the boat with you to keep them alive during this flood. 20. Pairs of every kind of bird and every kind of animal and every kind of small animal that scurries along the ground will come to you to be kept alive. And be sure to take on board enough food for your family and for all the animals. So Noah did everything exactly as God had commanded him. This is the word of the Lord.
Amen.
Wait, so now
Thanks be to God.
Now that small boats carry all the animals
Harry Potter.
and their wives.
And apart from that,
Wait. Who has watched Harry Potter?
Me.
Okay, so in Harry Potter, yeah, there was a time when they opened the tent that the tent looks small on the outside, but when you enter inside, it's very large.
Yeah.
Now, what thing God do for the ark with that?
No, that's.
And was it not only 7 people that took care of the
because
animals?
we have the measurements of the ark, so no, that one can't fly because the measurements are there.
More cruise ships today are bigger than that ark.
Titanic was bigger than the ship. And Titanic is not even the largest ship we built. Like their cruise ship bigger than Titanic.
This says it is that.
But do you guys realize that ark only had one window?
Yeah, going around. Yeah.
Imagine when all animals were farting up and down.
So wait, did they actually write that they only had one window?
Yes.
Yeah, 18-inch window all around the ship. That's what they wrote.
So, but
18 inches.
Where were they putting the shit? The shit of the animals and humans?
They were shoving it out.
Imagine the smell, man. Also, an elephant just fart. The whole place just
meant to go.
You people are even going too far. Like, let's break down this thing. How will you put lion and goat in the same ship and nothing?
Elephants. Oh, elephants.
How were they eating?
They get different cage now. And then they also had the refrigerator.
Lion they chop grass. Lion they chop grass.
Where the grass come from?
Another question we need to ask. How did the kangaroos from Australia, how did they get to...
How did polar bear even survive?
So
the Lord works in mysterious ways. Why are you people talking like this?
No, this okay. I don't think it's something fair to ask here, because back in back when before the world separated, right? Like all the land masses were together until they scattered.
Oh, Pangea. Okay.
Oh, okay. Pangea, okay.
It could be as before that thing happened. So the kangaroos just hopped their way to the ark.
Oh,
Man,
right.
you know,
right.
your apologetics are on steroids.
I have to show
I,
you know.
I swear.
Lekos Kalabashanta Baba Sinda. Oh yeah, who's
And
next? Who's
maybe
next?
the
Who
I
they
think
read?
reason
Who they read?
why
Let's go. Who's next?
it's funny
Okay.
how
Is
the
it
Bible
Bleb?
say both male and female of each animal, as if they are not animals that switch between both sexes. Okay.
Evolution happened. Evolution never. It was after the flood. Evolution happened. So
Does
please, what do you
anybody know
know?
how long it took to
Someone
create
is
the
asking,
boat? Because I'm curious.
Somebody's asking what in the
how about dinosaurs that predate the Bible? Well, you
those
see,
This was before dinosaurs now. So this was
we
after wait.
dinosaurs to enter the ark.
that one are future. Yeah, they were too big to enter the
Actually
ark. So
no.
sorry, or they were late.
Dinosaurs are not real.
How dare you?
Yes, no, I'm sorry, the T Rex is not real. How can you tell me this giant chicken? Okay, that was terrorized everywhere, and you know that the dinosaurs have fur, right? So giant furry T Rex walking around, you trying to tell me that that's happened? No.
Actually, they have feathers.
Yeah, they have feathers.
It's a big ass chicken.
Wow.
How long did
Why
it
are
Yeah.
take
the
to build the
dinosaurs
boat?
chicken like? You see, because it's fake. They didn't
You
have
know,
anything else as reference.
Oh yeah, everybody,
Enore,
let's focus.
wait, sorry. I want to answer Enore's question. You know, Enore, that time when you're in secondary school and they give you this thing, they've already told you the. This is a question that they ask in secondary school. So they're giving you 450 feet long, 18-inch window. You are the one to figure out how it took to build the boat. His assignment, his take-home question.
Me, I was not a science student and I hated math, but I'm sure Google will help me.
No Allah. Oh yeah, who's
Who is
next?
next?
Is it
Lep.
Blep?
Yeah, it says
Genesis 7, New Living Translation, Lego.
you all should watch out for verse 2. Something will happen now.
God will help us.
So
No, don't worry. We already know.
I am reading from the book of Genesis, chapter 7, verse 1, when the flood covers the earth. Okay. Verse 1, when everything was ready, the Lord said to Noah, go into the boat with all your family, for among all the people of the earth, I can see that you alone are righteous. Take with you 7 pairs of each animal, male and female, that I have approved for eating and for sacrifice, and take 1 pair of each of the others. Also take 7 pairs of every kind of bird. There must be a male and female in each pair to ensure that all life will survive on the earth after the flood. 7 days from now, I'll make the rain pour down on the earth, and it will rain for 40 days and 40 nights until I've wiped from the earth all the living things I've created. So
Oh,
Noah did everything as the Lord
sorry.
commanded
It
him.
looks like somebody was rewriting the story of what we just read in. They added some
Because he
adjacent
said
on
on the confused like
top. They've added adjacent on top what we read in chapter 6.
this.
Abi, or am I the only one that is thinking that way?
So, because Noah first went to go and carry one pair, and we have already read that he has entered the ark.
Now
Now
somebody
they are saying 7 pairs.
done lyrics. Okay. All right,
Yeah.
please continue. Chapter verse
So
5.
Noah did everything as the Lord commanded him. Verse 6. Noah was 600 years old when the flood covered the earth. He went on board the boat to escape the flood. He and his wife and his sons and their wives. With them were all the various kinds of animals, those approved for eating and for sacrifice, and those that were not, along with all the birds and the small animals that scurry across the ground. They entered the boat in pairs, male and female, just as God had commanded Noah. After 7 days, the waters of the flood came and covered the earth. Verse 11. When Noah was 600 years old, on the 17th day of the second month, all the underground waters erupted from the earth, and the rain fell in mighty torrents from the sky. The rain continued to fall for 40 days and 40 nights. That very day, Noah had gone into the boat with his wife and his sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and their wives. With them in the boats were pairs of every kind of animal, domestic and wild, large and small, along with birds of every kind. Two by two they came into the boat, representing every living thing that breathes. Two by two. Okay. A male and female of each kind entered just as God had commanded Noah. Then the Lord closed the door behind them. Verse 17. For 40 days the flood water grew deeper, covering the ground and lifting the boat high above the earth. As the water rose higher and higher above the ground, boats floated safely on the surface. Finally, the water covered even the highest mountains on the earth, rising more than 22 feet above the highest peaks. All the living things on earth died: birds, domestic animals, wild animals, small animals that scurry across the ground, and all the people. Everything that breathed and lived on dry land died. 23. God wiped out every living thing on the earth: people, livestock, small animals that scurry along the ground, and the birds of the sky. All were destroyed. The only people who survived were Noah and those with him in the boat.
And
And
the
the flood
fish.
waters covered the earth for 150 days.
Now, wow.
Our pro abortion.
May
See,
God bless his words in our hearts.
Actually, yeah,
amen.
I want to just give an estimate, right? Because, like, we have 900,000 different types of insects in the world, right? How the
Insects are
fuck
not
did they?
important.
No. Now they say small creatures. The insects are part. So let's say all this,
Well,
right? So we have to do like 900,000 times two, right? Because it'll be two of each. Let me just calculate it
headache.
real quick. So
That is not
that
even insect.
is
An insect, like, let's say big two, has
that's
400,000
1.8
pieces.
million insects in that thing.
Harry Potter, just bringing that Harry Potter analogy. That's exactly what happened. They were
I have one
or
question.
if you watch Vampire's Diary, they were transported to the prison world. You know,
I have one
during
question. What happened to all the bacteria?
The bacteria
they
are
were
not
inside
are
the
not
animals.
are not living things now. Even the animals crowd. There's 8.7 million species of animals, right? So times that by two, just
See,
Can I ask
it,
a
there's
question?
even a problem. Noah was 600 years old. I thought they were already cut off at 120 in some verses we read a while ago.
Can I ask a
Abi,
question?
yes, please.
Okay, so how many babies made it into the ark? How many children?
zero.
Wait,
Zero.
okay. So
No, fuck
Ranting was
those children.
talking about Noah being 600 years old. Okay, so now we know that children are innocent. They told us that Noah was righteous, right? So how on earth was Noah righteous and the children were wicked and deserving of death? Is it not better to keep alive children than to keep alive a 600-year-old man? How does this one
But
make
you
sense?
can't, the thing is that
They
you
are.
can't know better than God. God knows what's best.
And as we
So
said
you
last
can't,
time, if
It's
you vex him, you collect.
it's
What
fucking
I
yeah,
insane.
now
you
is
just have to sit down and listen to the
It's
dictator.
fucking
Make yourself
insane.
no go
The
collect. You will
Christians
deal with
come
that.
here and be shouting pro-life nonsense, or like your fucking God is drowned
Leave the
babies,
pregnant women or more.
drown the pregnant women, drown babies that were born.
frankly,
You
frankly,
fucking
honestly
like
speaking, yeah, fuck them kids, right? My own is that how do they put 17 million animals in a fucking ship? Just the animals. Like, obviously, nobody cared about the
Hillary,
children.
Hillary,
So, yeah,
it was not a ship; it was a
and
boat.
yes, and the boat. I thought it was okay an ark, right? How do you
ark.
put all these creatures in this small space? And then when it said two of each, and I said some
Miracle. The Lord, see, for the animals to have even come to him without him going to search for them and pick them up. That was the first miracle. Don't you
Ayo
get it?
Henry said that
Have you watched Ant-Man?
beast inside.
God just shrunk all of them down inside. So now what happened with that?
Okay, another theory. Quantum, quantum shrinking, or what do you call that? Quantum something. You know, Ant-Man.
Which one
Everything
is
is quantum. It is quantum down.
shrinking?
The Ant-Man language now. Anything has any quantum entanglement, quantum alcohol, quantum weed, quantum everything, quantum just to make it look sound scientifically fancy. Just quantum this, quantum that. You know, that's the Bible
They
for
just
you.
mean like
So
at a very small level, anyway, a very tiny level.
even with this, the fish survive. The fishes survive now. So evolution is true. Thank you.
But imagine having to
So we
build.
actually came from like Kote or Title.
See, and Kote or Title, one Kote decided to start working on land. Before we know it, he turned to monkey, then turned to human being. Uh-huh. So we are when you're eating Kote next time, you feel they chop your ancestor.
I've been now.
Yo, this has been fun, man. This has been great, man. Like,
Is chapter 7 over?
yeah, it's over now. We are done. We are done for the week.
It's
We're not
Ranting.
going to be.
This is too short, honestly.
The idea is to be short. The idea is to be short because this is supposed to be an episode now. You understand? Not our usual extended stuff.
But after all the whole bass post and the flood, the solution didn't still work. Like
it no work now. Incompetent God now.
They say that it was bass post.
Incompetent God
This is
now.
inhalation.
Quantum mumu God. You understand? You know Sabi. Thank you for listening to this episode. Please subscribe up Apple, Spotify, Google, YouTube, wherever you get podcasts from. Also rate and review. Then if you haven't joined Clubhouse, at least you can join just to join us for Bible study. Clubhouse can be crazy at times, so maybe just check in if there's any atheist Bible study. If there's none, you check out for your peace of mind. It's all good. Then check out the links in the show notes below for any links that you find useful or relevant. Have a great week, and I will catch you on the next one.